What you know about rolling down in the deep? Rolling in the deep. Down in the deep.
Now I know y'all be loving this shit
What you
right
know
here.
about rolling, rolling, rolling,
What you gonna do?
rolling, rolling.
What you gonna do, man?
Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about
Right.
Welcome back to another episode. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, keep up to date what I'm trying to share with you guys. So before I start today's vlog on the Last Chance Qualifier, okay, I'm going to talk about a clothing brand that I really love. These guys are up and coming Sydney-based company. They did their first Touring Pro this year. They've been at quite a few local comps as well. They have awesome merchandise and I really dig their vibe. So Vu, who owns Snatch, it's called Sensei & Co. They have a great label. Their stuff is high quality. Like, I wear it heaps. So do a lot of my friends as well. I haven't had any issues with the sizings or anything like that. And totally recommend you guys to get onto these guys. I'll put a link below for you guys to check them out. So this is the top that I always wear. It's like an oversized crop. This is just one of their shirts. You would have seen me wear their long sleeve tee as well. So I've got it actually over a long sleeve tee because it's quite cold here. So if you have a look, so it has a little Sensei & Co in the middle, okay? It's a pretty good length. So I actually got this, I think it's in a medium. But you could get it, can get it in a much shorter crop and you can get it in a full shirt. And then on the back has some pretty cool writing about mindset and stuff. I love their gear. Their gear is excellent quality. Like I said, a lot of my friends wear it. We all think their stuff is great. And it's all bright colors. Probably one of my favorite shirts is their light blue shirt that they have. On the back, I think it's the right hand shoulder, it says good vibes only. When I wear it to school, all the kids comment on it all the time and they'll walk past and I'll be like, oh, Mr. Good Vibes Only, and it's kind of like, pumps up their day and stuff. So make sure you guys go and check out their brand, super awesome, and the stuff is excellent quality. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was the Last Chance Qualifier. Now that's just actually wrapped up and the leaderboard has settled. So the scores aren't official yet due to the fact that the videos have to be verified and obviously looked at to make sure that all of the reps count and stuff. Then any penalties have to be handed out to the athletes and then the leaderboard shuffles a little bit. So I want to talk about the actual workouts, how the Last Chance Qualifier panned out, who ended up qualifying for the CrossFit Games out of the Last Chance Qualifier. So with the workouts, workout 1, it was from 0 to 2 minutes. It was 20 thrusters, then in the remaining time, max rep bar muscle ups. Then from 2 minutes to 4 minutes, you had a 2-minute rest. 4 minutes to 6 minutes, so in the next 2-minute windows, you had to do 20 bar muscle ups, then max rep thrusters in the remaining time. Now the weight was 125 pounds for ladies and 185 for gents. So that's weights for 56 kilos for ladies and 84 kilos for the gents. That weight is actually quite heavy. So if you've done Fran before, for example, that kind of workout, with the thrusters and the pull-ups, coupling those two movements together is super gassy kind of workout, really takes your breath away. The workout that they programmed for the Last Chance Qualifier, having that 2-minute window to try and get out as much work as possible. Similar movements, obviously, with your thruster. Now the weight is obviously way heavier than what you would have in a normal Fran, but then the bar muscle-ups are way more advanced and complex as well. So it uses a lot more energy. Okay, so the athletes would have been feeling super gassy. It was pretty grippy, especially on the second part, starting off with 20 bar muscle-ups, then going into your heavy thrusters. That kind of workout is definitely a separator workout, and it would have shown a little bit of weaknesses, but it would have been good for those athletes who are good at gymnastics, but then also paid off in the second set for those athletes who are good at the heavier weights. So good workout to start off with. Then workout 2, okay, this one was for max distance. So it was a 2-kilometer row. Then in remaining time, in the time cap, you had to accumulate as many meters as possible of handstand walk. So the time cap on this, I personally would not have even been able to finish the row inside the time cap. So the time cap was 9 minutes for women and 8 minutes for gents. So you would have had to have time to be able to handstand walk, you would have had to have really pushed hard on that road to make sure that you had enough time to accumulate a fair chunk of handstand walking. Now, for some athletes, Royce Dunn actually won this workout. So being a bigger athlete and a taller athlete, he would have been able to generate a lot more power, take up a lot more distance when he was rowing. So, and he was able to accumulate a lot more time to work on his handstand walks. Now, coming off the rower straight into handstand walks, going from that movement where, you know, your heart rate's going to be up and then you have to try and get upside down. Obviously for elite athletes, it's not something that they would struggle with because it'd be something they train quite regularly. However, in saying that, when you're trying to compete against the best in the world, you need to go as hard as you can. So that 2K row would have just been like as hard as you can without like breaking yourself to the point where you couldn't do any handstand walks, and then being able to be as efficient as possible on that gymnastics. So workout 1 and 2, they had to be done the first 24-hour period. Then the leaderboard got shown. Now after those first 2 workouts, Royce Dunn from Australia, he was sitting in first place. And then Errol Lowen, she was tied with another athlete for first place after day 1 as well, after the first 2 workouts. Then workout number 3. So it was clean and jerks and shuttle runs. Start off with 1 clean and jerk, 1 shuttle run, then 2 clean and jerks, 2 shuttle runs, 3, 3, 4, 4, all the way up to 10. Now it is an ascending ladder. So in workouts like this, when it's an ascending ladder and you have to keep going, sometimes the mental aspect of this really plays a part in your head, because you might hit say round 6 and you're already feeling a bit gassy, and then it gets to, you know, and you have to go, okay, next round I've got to do 7 of these, and then after you finish round 7 you're like, oh my god, next round I have to do 8 of this. So it increases. I personally think that when it starts at 10 and works back down to 1, it was a lot easier. And we saw that in the opens workout, that it was the ascending pyramid style and then drop back down. Once you got over the hump and you started coming back down, it actually made you speed up a bit because you knew that you had less reps to do each round. So that kind of workout plays a little bit of mental on it. So the weight was 100 kilos for gents and 70 kilos for the ladies, and had a time cap of 20 minutes to be able to get that workout done. Then the final workout, so workout 4, it was 2 rounds for time, 50 burpee box jump overs, 75 double unders, and then 100 warbles. Now, the warbles are at standard weight. However, as I noticed in the quarterfinals as well, okay, the height for men and women is just at 10 feet. So there's no longer, doesn't seem to have a separator in the height difference for warbles anymore for men and women. It used to be at 9 feet and 10 feet, and now it seems across the board, and I even noticed at some of the semi-finals, everyone was just going to 10 feet. So I only have to put the 1 target up there. Now this kind of workout, obviously it was just like a lot of reps, and it's more of someone who has that endurance-based capacity. Now the time cap was 20 minutes on that one as well. So those are the workouts that they had programmed for the last chance qualifiers. Now we're going to have a look at the leaderboard. With the leaderboard, obviously it's not official yet, as because they have to verify all of the athletes' videos that they upload. So the top 2 athletes in the men's side and top 2 athletes in the women's side, they then qualify for the CrossFit Games. So on the men's side, there was 27 athletes who registered for the last chance qualifier. In our region, we had Royce Dunn, Bailey Martin and Jake Douglas. So they all registered for the last chance qualifier. As I said, after the first 2 workouts, Royce Dunn was sitting in first place. Then he dropped down, he actually finished in 8th place overall. Bailey Martin finished in 13th place and Jake Douglas finished in 22nd. Now all of these athletes did amazing performances. Obviously some of them had a little bit of different weaknesses and stuff, strengths and weaknesses throughout. And it was just good to see, like especially Jake Douglas coming back from 2 years of having several injuries happen and stuff. You know, it'll be interesting to see how he goes next year coming into the next CrossFit Games season, if he hasn't got any injuries or anything that impact him throughout this season. So overall on the men's side, it was Tim Paulson and Yona Koski who both qualified for the CrossFit Games. Now they're both CrossFit Games veterans, and yeah, both athletes deserve to go to the CrossFit Games. Then on the women's side, from our region, there was only Jamie Simmons and Maddie Sturt who registered for the last chance qualifier. Bailey Rogers, she didn't put her registration through. Maybe she didn't feel like doing it, who knows, or maybe she was just ready for the season to be over. So the top two who made it to the CrossFit Games was Ariel Lowen and Elena Sanahua. I'm not 100% sure if that's how you say it. Rookie, I've never heard of her before. In third place, only 4 points out of qualifying, was Katrin Davis-Dotter. Now, Katrin Davis-Dotter is a well-known athlete in the CrossFit Games space. She's won the CrossFit Games several times, and for the last couple of years, she's kind of not had the greatest of finishes when she's been at the CrossFit Games. This year, she hasn't qualified for the CrossFit Games, which is a little bit sad to see. However, I reckon we'll still see her being a part of this year's CrossFit Games. Wouldn't surprise me if she is actually on the demo team. Another athlete that we won't be seeing at the CrossFit Games again this year is Sarah Sigmundsdottir. So obviously she had the ACL reconstruction stuff in the last season, and she's just coming back from that injury. The fact that she was able to compete at such a high level throughout this season definitely shows a testament to what she is doing, and I think if she keeps on going with a solid year next year and her training and stuff, she probably will qualify for the CrossFit Games again. So other than that, that's all I've got for you guys on the Last Chance Qualifier. If you haven't already, go and check out Sensei & Co, go and get some of their merch, and yeah, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, keep up to date with what I'm trying to share with you guys. Thanks for tuning in, crew. See ya!